Camera equipment, young children, or just choose not to get wet today, you might want to seek higher and drier ground at this time. Once again, the first few rows around our pool are considered our splash zone. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Fresh squeeze, ice cold lemonade.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome as Six Flags Great Adventure is pleased to present the World Professional Extreme Team in Dive, the ultimate aquatic adventure.
I get to see these divers every single day, and they still amaze me. I mean, can you imagine the training and dedication it must take to reach the level these guys are at right now? Well, if you can't imagine, don't worry, because I'm about to show you again with something we call the training session.
All right, let's get out here on deck and start with dry land warm-ups. Then shape to the boards, line-ups, requires an option.
Well, the coaches instructed the divers to begin with dry land warm-ups, then hit the boards for lineups, requires, and optionals. Let me try and translate that into English for you. If you look over here to the left side of our stage, you'll see a few divers practicing a strength exercise called pike-ups. Now this helps them to build strong stomach muscles and develop control. Next to them, a few divers are pushing on each other's legs. Now this helps them to remember to keep their legs together and their toes pointed. Next to them, a few divers are practicing dry land hurdles. Now this helps the divers to get in the right frame of mind before they actually even get on the diving board. And finally, we have the most important exercise of all. Look over here to the right, and you'll see that we have the, well, I don't know what we have over here, folks. Can you hold that music a second? Excuse me. Hey, you! Oh. Hey, you mind telling us all what you think you're doing over there?
They're warming up their way, so I thought I'd warm up my way, and that's the pants coach here.
Yeah, all right, pal. Why don't you tell us who you are?
Who am I? Yeah! Who am I? Yeah! I'm Country Club Joe, don't you know? And I'm the king of all Country Club diving.
Country Club Joe, folks. Yeah, I know this type of guy. Every swim club has one. He's usually seen butting in front of the 6-year-olds at the diving board lines.
I resemble that, Mark.
Yes, you do. And it just goes to show that anyone can get involved in the sport as long as they're willing to give it a try.
Line up!
Beginning with the lineups. Lineups are the way the divers practice those splashless entries that they're so famous for. You can actually see them swimming through the water, pulling themselves cleanly into the pool, making a rip entry. It's called a rip entry because the sound the diver makes while entering the water resembles that of ripping paper. Take a look up on 10 meter. And as you can see, folks, some learn a lot quicker than others.
New one, huh?
Whoa!
Moving on to requires. In a diving competition, a diver must perform 4 different required or compulsory dives in 4 different directions. Beginning with the most basic of the requires, the forward dive. This is when the diver walks forwards down the board and then dives forwards. Next, we have the back dive. This is when the diver stands backwards and dives backwards. You'll notice our divers using each of the 3 positions, beginning with the tuck position, bending only at the waist, the pike position, and finally the fully laid out or straight position. Now's where it gets a little more complicated with the inward dive. This is when the diver stands backwards but actually dives inwards towards the front of that diving board. And finally, we have the most difficult and dangerous of all the requires, the reverse dive, also known as the gainer. This is when the diver walks forwards but then changes directions in midair and dives towards that 18-inch wide aluminum diving board. Watch as our diver, Ginny Fry, does this dive to perfection. All right, a beautiful dive. Let's hear it for Ginny. On to the optionals. Now this is when the divers really begin to heat things up. A diver can choose to add somersaults and/or twists to add to their degree of difficulty. Now the degree of difficulty is a point value assigned to each dive. The more somersaults or twists, the higher the degree of difficulty. And in a diving competition, the degree of difficulty is multiplied by each judge's score for a final point total. All right, beautiful dive. Hey, coach, can I borrow a couple of your divers real quick? Divers, while you're up there, can you do a quick tandem dive for me so I can explain to these folks what a judge will look for in each dive?
You got it, Sean.
Well, every judge will break a dive down into 5 different parts. Watch as I identify them for you. Beginning first, approach, take off, execution, and most importantly, that rip entry. Way to go, guys. Thanks a lot. Now that all you folks out here in the audience are 100% certified judges, I'm going to need a few volunteers to be a judge in a diving contest. So by a show of hands, who'd like to be a judge? How about you, buddy, with the striped shirt? Come on down. And how about... No, thank you. And let's see, one more. How about you, buddy? Come on down. What's your name, pal?
Isaac.
Can you hop down here? Okay, and what's your... Get out of here, will ya? I didn't pick you. Go! Hit the road, will ya? All right, what's your name, buddy?
Wayman.
Can you stand down here for me? All right, now we have our 2 judges in place. We're gonna need a few divers. So what do you say, guys? Who wants to dive in this contest? Okay, looks like we have enough. All right, folks. Now what are you doing on our stage?
I'm gonna dive your silly contest.
No, you're not. You're not gonna dive against any of these guys. You stink. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I killed Kenny.
Folks, what do you say? You want to see this clown dive against one of our divers? Yeah? All right. Looks like we don't have much of a choice. So guys, who's going to dive against him? Wait, what do you mean me? Oh, come on, guys. Wait a minute. It doesn't work like that. Wait a minute, guys. Wait, hey, Coach, come on back, buddy. Coach? Sorry to have to do this to you, pal, but you're the only one left. You're this clown.
What about you, tough guy?
Listen, buddy, as much as I would love to teach you a lesson today, I can't. I have my own job I have to announce.
Oh, that's real tough.
Yeah. All right, now that our divers are ready, we're going to need a few rules. Let's say each of our divers do 2 dives, and our judges' awards here will determine the winner. All right, judges, you're going to judge on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst dive, and 10 being the perfect dive. Got it? Got it? All right, guys. Now who's going to go first? Hey, buddy, if you're going to dive like the coach over here, you're going to have to bounce up and down in the air and go high.
Hi.
Coach, why don't you go first, okay?
That's very simple, yet graceful. Forward 1 1/2. Oh, the simple, yet graceful.
All right, here's our coach with the forward 1 1/2.
Hey, what's he doing up here in his little sister's underwear?
Would you let him already?
Don't drink it.
All right, let's hear for our coach. Judges scored 10
9.
and a 9 for a point total of 19. All right, Country Club Joe, what's your first dive going to be?
Why did I try that same 1 1/2? But I'm gonna add a full twitch to mine.
Wait a minute, what do you mean a full twitch, buddy? I think you're confused. I think you mean to say a full twist.
No, when I do it, it's twitch.
All right, folks, you heard him. Here's Country Club Joe performing a full twitch.
Full twitch.
Oh, I don't believe this guy. Wait a minute, folks. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. Don't encourage this guy. Don't get used to the applause, Country Club Joe, because that was no dive.
What do you mean no dive? I'm all wet.
Look, buddy, we saw your full twitch, or whatever you call that, but what happened to the 1 1/2?
Hey, I did that in what?
All right, we'll see what our judges have to say. Judges scores
1.
a 1 and
A 3.
a 3 for a point total of 4. How'd you get a 13 out of that?
A 1 and a 3 is 13.
All right, Coach, you've got a commanding lead. What's your second dive going to be?
No more Mr. Nice Guy. It's a very difficult forward 2 1/2 pipe.
All right, here's our coach performing the very difficult forward 2 1/2 somersaults.
How you doing?
All right, buddy, that's about enough. Cut it out or I'll have a security guard come and take you out.
I don't go out with guards.
Like, I don't go out with
All right, let's hear for our coach. Judges scores 9
10.
and a 10 for a point total of 19. All right, Country Club Joe, after that dive, you're way behind. So what's your second dive gonna be?
You guys want to see me go to the top?
Yeah.
I ain't stupid. I'm gonna do the hardest dive in the book.
You're right. Just what might that dive be?
The triple Indy.
Hold it. Sorry to break the news to you, pal, but the Triple Indy isn't in any books. It's only been done in the movies. And judging by the look of you, I don't think you can do it.
Have you ever seen me try?
Well, no.
Well, then watch me.
All right, folks, here's Country Club Joe performing the Triple Lindy.
California beaches, Arizona cactus. I do this dive just for practice.
All right, good to score. 10. At 10, it looks like we have a winner. Country Club Joe, and he's joined by his friends, the Country Club Lifeguards. Thank you, judges. Country Club Joe. Well, folks, now I'd like to return you to the beauty and grace that has made our sport famous worldwide. But I'm going to need your help. So yell and scream, clap your hands, stomp your feet, do whatever it takes to bring them back on stage. But whatever you do, welcome back the World Professional Extreme Team. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one final question for you. Would you like to see a high dive? Pennsylvania. Let's all let him hear it for your featured high diver, Mr. Joe Egan.
See the code?
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Joe has made his way safely to the top of our 80-foot high dive ladder. But there's just one more thing, folks. Joe is a long way up there and he's barely going to be able to hear us. So when he turns around, let's all give him a big, loud round of applause and let him know we're down here. From 80 feet in the air, your featured high diver, Joe Egan! Ladies and gentlemen, we were joking around before, but we're very serious now. At this time, we're going to have to ask for your complete silence while Joe performs this high dive. Whenever you're ready, Joe, good luck. Let's really go to the surface to see if he's all right. And there he is with a beautiful flying back somersault from 80 feet in the air, your featured high diver, Joe Egan. And he's standing next to your featured comedian, Todd Michael. And together we make up the World Professional Extreme Team. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a fantastic audience. Folks, if you